Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one, gonna do another of these feud ones. So the first one is one I'm gonna do with like maybe, a more likely roster of characters you might have. And the second one, because I have Seth freaking Rollins, I'll show you what I'm actually gonna run with the top row. But first I will show you, this lineup, yeah, without a top row. And maybe some characters you're more likely to have, although the trainers will still be set up the way I have them normally set up. So there's that. Worth noting for this feud, the bleed effect did work on Sammy's Juggernaut, actually, surprisingly. So that's interesting. We have multiply again. This time it's red and green gems. So multiply, red and green gems, all going to be excellent, right? So I'm going to be running Dom and then Punk. You can see this actually gets all the CSS. And I wouldn't run a small lineup to get the CSS wins when my CSS were like this. And I can get reliable wins anyway. When Punk's 2 were done, I would switch in Ilya or Mercy. That's the only change I would make once Punk's wins were done. So anyway, we got Dom, Punk, Hall of Fame Goldberg, Zombie Ray, Roger Rabbit, HBK, and Seth. So this is the 7 I would run if I didn't have quite as crazy superstars, probably. You know what I mean? Like, and then I'll show you what I'm actually going to run. So let's run some of these, take them out for a spin. Dom, you saw last time if you watched the last video, but I'll run him again because I like him. I'm still waking up, so apologies. That's not Dom. Oh, I forgot to put strap parts on him and stuff. Might have to do that real quick too. Dominik Mysterio. Where are you? Why am I blind? There he is. Dirty Dom. 150% strap I have for him. Yellow Royal Rumble, braid plate, and I did choose a second Chemical X for him that I'm going to use over the braid. The braids works really well. Hits super hard, but Chemical X will also take advantage of the multiply percentage buff, and he hits harder with it. So let's go ahead and run that. Black Fury 2 percentage, if you have it. Entourage, because he's got 99 MP. Seth Freakin, Goldberg, and then some Black Gem trainers. If you don't have Seth Freakin or Goldberg, just Black Gem damage trainers would work. Also, actually, because the Chemical X is on there, a zombie one would be better with Gem modifier. Multiply modifier would actually be better. So like Zombie LA if you have him, or any zombie in particular. I'm not going to bother because he's not going to need it here. And they're on other trainers or other people right now, so drop your juggies and then just hit your finisher. Juggies are like nuggies. Dom loves them. That was 164 million. That's kind of good. So yeah, he'll work. Punk class advantage here, but the green and the multiply, he'll take advantage of both of those. What I did, because I usually run Mercy, is just took Mercy strap off and put it on Punk. They're kind of a mirror of exactly the way you want it, potentially. So Jade Plate makes all of your green gems 100% when you make more multiplies. That's great. You could also use any Royal Rumble plate you have with him too. And then Chic Plate adds to the green move damage, because he does have really good move damage. 100% strap. You know, the neck breaker's 250, but the finisher's 1.7 million. So Chic Plate's going to get another 3.4 million damage out of that. Entourage, Middle lane, you don't need Santa. Don't worry that this is Punk. I just have this set up to make it work. But you Steel, Cherry, and then 2 zombies, right? If you have Leo, use Leo. But any 2 zombies are fine. You just want the 60% multiply. And then green Chelsea would be primary, you know. So anyway, he's gonna hit really hard because of the green buff and the multiply buff. If you get the greens, right? So it's a 4x1 area. You want to try and put it over the top of greens, but also keep in mind you have to worry about this nonsense of hitting extras. Loot box gem there, not ideal, but if I move it here, wild card, more likely to cascade. So let's just go here. Punk is fast, and he's good. There's just a cascade risk, so that's why I don't use him. And then if you have the Sheik plate and you need more damage, right? You can do this again. But don't hit this. Because then you'll pin. And then go ahead and hit your GTS. $46 million at silver without the buff. Yeah, he'll get his win super easy, right? Okay. Who did I have on the right side there? Oh, Goldberg. Alright. Hall of Fame Goldberg. I have 1 gear for my Goldberg that definitely changes how you can run him. You can use a Hall of Fame on there. Otherwise, you wouldn't. So 1 gear. I have 150% strap that apparently needs a medal. No problem. We got that just chilling there. All right, let's go. Yellow Royal Rumble and Maze Crown on Goldberg with a 150 strap. And the Entourage, because I have 1 gear, which adds 4 MP, I just run Woods, so these are both charged. And then I can use a Hall of Famer for that rainbow gem color, because he's getting green and yellow. Also green and yellow right here with Brett, and yellow with Strowman. And then we're just going to use the 2-click method. Make sure I have the right 2 moves equipped. Yeah. Spear and Gorilla Press Spinebuster. You don't need to use Hall of Fame Goldberg in the open spot. It's just a showboat. And I didn't have a showboat equipped in this one. And I didn't want to use some of my more rare showboats. So you can see that was like 98 million. Goldberg hits really hard with that plate setup. On 2 moves. Don't sleep on Hall of Fame Goldberg. Of course, I do have really nice stuff for him, but there's that. Okay, and back to the feud lineup. I'm sorry if this isn't as good as the last one because I am not awake. Then we got Ray, Rabbit, HBK, and Seth. You might be, that covers the Seth bonuses, but I actually really like him the specific way. And I wasn't real crazy about him during his preview. But this way he's pretty fun at acro, so let me show you what I got cooking with him now. We'll start with Seth. Then we'll do HBK, and then Rabbit. We'll go in reverse. Okay. So I got his gear and his moment here, which adds 50% to the blue. That's what we got working there. And I have a 150 strap with the trap plate, which I took off the pearl wall, giving 8 multiplies when you make traps. Okay. There's a blue line bonus on the bottom of 1 MP, which is great, so we don't need Santa. So I'm running Braun, Lawler, Steamboat, and Gunther to take advantage of those multiplies, right? So Shinnaru and King's Landing, Phoenix Splash, we don't do anything with. We don't care. So what I could do, though, is where the Phoenix Splash is, I could put a Tiffy plate here if I wanted to. hit it and not do the choose, and then have a 3 move set, and it would hit pretty hard. But he also has good move damage. So I'll show you. Anyway, I'll show you. So the trap move is hitting for 2.9 million, basically 3 million. Blue multiplies are 3 million each, and most of them should be blue, if not all of them. So that's another extra 24 mil. And this hits for 7, almost, yeah, almost 7.1 nearly. So you're getting 10 million move damage out of him this way. You're getting a, like, I don't know, 804, 21, like 16 million trap damage, and then you have your gem damage. So it was 55 million gem, 10 million move is 65, and then, what was it, 16 million trap damage-ish? So 65, 75, like 81 million he's capable of that way. Which is not bad at all, and it's pretty quick. 2-click, don't have to choose, so I like it. So that's how I've been running him. Alright, replace HBK. In the attitude slot, you of course could also use Stone Cold. Powerhouse if you have him. So I've made videos on my HBK. If you want to see why I have him set up this way specifically, you can 100% strap, tiara, and the HBK plate within the last month or two since the buff. 3 months maybe. And then I just run tricolor. You might be like, why no Tiffy plate, Mherex? Well, because I don't want to use this unless I have to. And then Sherry, Mosh, Goldberg, Leo if you have them. If not Leo, then you just use another zombie. So he's set up this way so I can 2-click him if there's enough blues on the board to start. Like this. Then you just do this. And this. $78 million incredibly fast. If there's not enough blues, then you hit the purple. And that's why I don't use the Tiffany plate, because what you just saw is there all the time and always working and buffing. So I take that over the sometimes Tiffany plate damage, because I ideally don't want to hit the purple move. So then we have Roger Rabbit, who's great. You guys, if you've watched my stuff, know I love Roger Rabbit. And take down, move damage strap. The moment does nothing for this, right? Okay, pretty straightforward. Entourage, this gets you loaded. Bloody, bloody, bloody. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Bippity boppity boop. And you can see it's a 68 million pin. And if you don't need the gem damage, you just do this. Okay. If you need the gem damage, you just put the move down, but it's faster to not. Rabbit's great. Okay, and then finally we has Ray. Zombie Ray might be some people's best zombie if they has the gear. So I figured I'd run him because I wanted to, and I have him gold and I haven't done it for a while. For this video, run him. I'm gonna run Zombie Punk still. This will take 2 seconds. Oh, that's nice. That's a really nice one. Yeah, that'll work. I'll use that someone else in the future. Upgrade. We're using the black move set. That works. These I don't care about. We'll just throw a couple on. That works. I have more tier 5s than I'll ever need now. There we go, percentage. All right. Sorry about that. This will be without plates. Any of the multiply plates that will proc would be fine, right? So just going to use triple black for ease and speed because there's the multiply buff to all multiplies and then a bunch of different colors. So gear adds 5 MP as well. Death from Above, Grim Reaper, and 667. That gets our moves charge, Sherry, Leo, Bailey. Sort of dependent what's on the board with Ray this way, but it's usually fine. One multiply, some reds, and some blacks. Just use your best zombie in this spot, though. That was 56 million, so without plates. Okay. That'll hit hard with the multiply buff. So back to the lineup. I'll show you guys what I'm going to run with Seth in the top. Okay, let's get rid of this. How do I want to do this? We go like this. Seth up here. That's fine. And then let's put... Who else is in the bottom? HBK is not really a problem, but we'll do that anyway. Like that. And then let's get Rabbit. Okay. Perfect. All right. So I have Seth, and we'll just assume I'm done with Punk's CSS for this. I used Mercy last one. I'll use Ilya this one for fun, just to rotate it through a little bit. Because Seth is my showboat, that means no Sammy for me. I love Sammy. Top lane here, I'm going to use Yeet because he doesn't have any bonus and I want to try him out. The 3 MP and 100% gem damage will really help him. I'll be using Punk in the top lane for his CSS, and then I'll just flip for the extra damage, and then I'll just flip Jay in when I'm done with him. So then we got, who is I going to run here? Farouk, I think. I might think about Farouk top lane. So I can run 3 strikers promoted. Really lucky that way. And then this will be Zombie Punk. I'm not going to fill the whole lineup because I am not running that bloated at all. There's zero interest in that, so that's not going to happen for sure. I could fill the bottom line with like really low for the bonus. I may do that if it's low enough. I'm going to run HBK. Austin would be a really good one too, Powerhouse Austin, because of the red gem buff as well. So we're at 266 here. I do think a lot of people have Seth, so you can get away with a little higher here, probably. So I might run 8, maybe. Let's see what these look like. Who do I have to... Okay, this works here, for sure. 268, and then let's go back and... Do I have anyone that is a little bit less? What does it look like full? Let's see what this looks like. 300? Yeah, that ain't happening. So I guess I can just run it for the little itty bitty bonus like this, and then I have my... I can run it this way. These two are never gonna... I'm never gonna fight with them. So if you want the line bonus and the move charge, I don't really care about it, to be honest. 10% extra for these two. I could do this and that's fine. But 270, again, that's about where I want to be. I don't want to run massively huge. So you can either fill these with low and get your 10% and then never use them. Obviously, never use them. And that keeps your lineup low. I don't want to, like I said, 300. Nope, not happening. This is where I tap out for me. I don't want to see a bunch of silly, stupid stuff that I find annoying. So now, as for how these guys are set up and are going to run, I won't run Dom again. Um, I'll go ahead and run or HBK because I ran both of those. So let's start with the top lane. Career. I am not awake. So Seth Freakin has the red buff plus the 100% gem damage, so that's nice for him, right? Mine doesn't have all of his levels either. Triple red's the way to run him. Bulldog bracer, and then you can either run whatchamacallit, Sheriff's Badge. Not as good as one of the red Royal Rumble plates, but you can also run Sheriff's Badge there. And then Entourage, because he's top lane, I have him set up for plus 3 MP, so 3 and 2 is 5, his turn is 6. Then we get another 50% here. If you know what's better actually, is just to run Piper, and then if some annoying person has MP down, you're fine and you only lose 10% gem damage. So run Piper, Nevin, in this spot instead. For the red MP. You're not losing much, so that's what I would do. That's then if somebody's being like cute with their 1 MP downs, you people know who you are. I don't appreciate you. You guys know I'm all about damage and efficiency for me. I don't care what anyone else does. It doesn't matter. All right. That keeps you safe. So we'll just do that. And then Yoko. And I have Naya here now. It doesn't need to be Naya. Any red gem damage is fine. Okay. And he's super easy to play this way. I still need 40 levels, so if you have him maxed, 100% strap. If you have him maxed, you could add about 11% to what you're going to see here. Also, he's got a feud moment that improves reinforced gems by 100%, I believe. I don't have that moment. I missed my opportunities to get it when you could get it guaranteed, and now you can't anymore, so thanks, Scopely. With the red boost and the top lane, he's going to hit. That'll be plenty hard, right? So not worried about that. And then let's run Jay. I just got Jay. This will be the first time you guys will see me play him other than his preview. 100% strap for Jay. Some black gem damage substats, a blue fury medal. Entourage, we're going with Lawler for 4. What's his face? Shredder here for 6. His turn is 7. And top lane gives him 10, so way more than the 8 he needs. So you don't need Santa, otherwise normally I'd use Santa. And then just black gem damage here and here. We're 2-clicking him, no plates. Very fast. 74 million, but the top lane will be a lot more. Another 100%, so he'll be lights out. He'll be yeeting all over everyone. Yeet. Dom I already ran. Ilya, I'll show you guys. Middle lane, Ilya plus 1 MP. Means he doesn't need Santa for his 2-click. And I could just as easily use Mercy. Like I said, I kind of rotate through them for boredom's sake. So for my Ilya, it's 100% strap with a Piper. Not that he needs these things. And I do have the moment, which is 50% and plus 4 bigger multiply. Entourage is normally this, and then Santa goes here. Chelsea's better, but I think I have Chelsea on someone else, so we're using Brett. And then Howdy, right? For the 2-click method. In the middle lane. If you don't have middle lane, you need Santa. But you're probably using him in the middle lane because that's where the tech slot is, so. Very easy to use. Like I said, him or Mercy, interchangeable for me. I use them both. Sometimes they use Shredder for funsies when I'm bored. That's 132 million. He's gonna hit ridiculously hard. He's so good. So good as far as how hard he can hit. Okay. You could use Julius too, if that's the route you guys want to go. You absolutely could. Alright, so we had Dom, Ilya, and who to have him with spot? Oh yeah, Hall of Fame Ron. If you guys watched my last one, same setup with the middle lane. Exactly the same. 100% strap. I do have the moment, which adds 4. The plates are doing nothing with one click. Let me clarify. Those do nothing with one click. And then is Sherry. Woodsy gives us 4. Gear, I have 1 gear, gives us 4 for 8. And then our turn gives us 9. Middle lane gives us 10. And then this is Seth, who I had on Ray. And then it's just simply 1 click. I just click the finisher and move on. Which is the fastest feuder on my roster by far. Just do this. Match over. 75 million. And that's without the multiply buff, so. Okay. We saw HBK on the bottom line. Again, you could also run Austin for the red gem damage. You could also run Austin in the open slot where my Ron Simmons is. And who else did I have? Punk, and who was in the open slot that I used? It was Punk and I can't remember. Let me look. Oh yeah, HBK. Okay, so that was it. Yeah, so just HBK and Punk. So let me show you Zombie Punk again. I don't have his gear. I also don't have Hall of Fame JBL. I would use Hall of Fame JBL if I had him instead of DDP. Oh, that looks weird. All right, change to her. Oh, Punky. Still 100% strap. Chemical X, Valkyrie plate. Sorry, 130 strap. Moment. And then Entourage. And this is Bailey, who I had on someone else to show you guys. Ray. Ray stealing everything. But DDP and almost. This should be a really, really, really good hit. Yeah. 148 million from Punk that way. Zombie Punk can hit stupid hard. Chemical X is really good on him. Valkyrie plate adds a surprising amount when the multiplies land on the reds, and there's a decent amount of reds on the board. When there's not, it still adds a little bit, so it doesn't add any time, so I like that in the ultimate slot. So yeah, I mean, like, really guys, it's there's a lot of possibility in this feud, you know, because most of the stuff isn't super restrictive so much. Just one striker, one tech. I'm like I said, I'm gonna use Punk up here to get his 2, and then I'll just drop Jay right in. That's how I plan on doing it. It should be up here at contests, huh? If I do this, but right, and then I'll just drop Jay right in, and then because I can do that, I can drop Steel and use Live and get 2 more multiply strength. So yeah, as long as I don't cascade, those 2 will be super simple. So I'll just start with that and then swap him out. And there's, like I said, a bunch of different people you could use. The tech spot, Mercy, Ilya, Shredder, all are great. Dom, obviously, if you have Dom here. If you don't have great stuff for Dom, just run his power gem set. And you can see my preview if you don't know how. He's really good there. Open slot, middle lane. This would be a great spot for Austin as well. Powerhouse Austin, if you're not using him down here where HBK is. Striker, Roger Rabbit is, everyone should have him. He's really good and he can perform. Open slot, you just always take your best, fastest person. But you can see I don't want to be super high, so I'm leaving those two essentially open. If you really want the line bonus, then put a couple fodder in. If you don't have fodder, then don't take the line bonus. It's not worth the 10% war score boost from it. So I'll just run like this, and I don't know. I'm not awake, so hopefully this is okay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and remember to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Good luck out there. Oh, that took a while. Longer than I thought. Still